Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. I'm so excited because today I got to do like a old-fashioned Hollywood glam look. You could still definitely wear this. It's not just like for some costume party. I feel like this could be, it's never really gonna go outdated, so this look is very fun to play with. I did very simple eyeshadow and bold lips. I feel like the bold lips and the eyeliner, big lashes, are kind of what outstand this look. So if you guys are interested on seeing how I was able to do this, just keep watching. So first I'm going to be priming my face with the Revlon Photo Ready Primer. Then using my Milani foundation, this is the Conceal Plus Perfect, the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I'm going to be putting that all over my face. This one is in the shade Sand. So then after that, I'm going to be taking my concealer. This concealer is probably my favorite for covering up any scars or imperfections that didn't get covered because it is a little bit closer to my skin tone. So I have scarring here and here, a little bit here, and sometimes I get a little here, and then I'm just going to be blending it out. Then I'm going to be using the Age Rewind Maybelline concealer. This is my favorite. I've gone through so many of these, like so many. And I just like to use this to brighten my eyes and highlight and contour basically. So just dabbing that under the eye. Make sure you get here. I already have a small forehead, so I don't need much concealer on top of my forehead. And down the bridge of my nose. And the sides of the mouth. And sometimes if you want the contour to pop a little more, you can just dab a little bit. So then after that, I'm going to contour my face using the LA Pro Concealer. This one already has an applicator, which makes it easier to contour down the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to do that first. So the highlighted, or the contoured points that I did was I don't know what this is called, but this side of the forehead, you want to do all this part here, and then just a little bit on the top here to kind of like shorten it. And then for the cheekbones, you just do a line, like this is how I just know where it is now because I kind of can see it already. But if you cannot see where yours is, just like do a kissing face. And you'll see that line go through, and that's where you color it in. And then you never want to bring the contour down because it's just going to make it look like you have a beard. But then you also want to like raise the color up and kind of try to connect it here. So what you're doing here is basically like an imaginary 3. And then here, and you're just going to blend it. Alright, so now that the cream contour is done, we can start baking. And the way I like to bake is using I always forget what it's called. This is the Air Spun Loose Face Powder. It looks like this. A lot of people were raving about it and I tried it. I didn't like it at first, but then you get used to it and you really end up liking it. So, I mean, I don't know, I recommend it now. I don't want to bake too harsh today, so I'm just going to do it under my eyes and on my forehead. And the rest of the face, I'm going to set it with my Too Faced powder that goes on top of foundation. This is in the shade Medium Tan, if you guys hear. So I'm just going to be grabbing a buffing brush. This one's from Real Techniques. and I'm just going to be working that into the parts of the skin where I did not put any of the loose powder. And then usually the amount it takes to do my brows, that's the time I let my face bake. So then I'm just going to be using a brush. This one is just a flat brush, and I'm just going to be swiping off any excess powder that I don't like to see, and I'm just swiping it off. Today the highlighter I'm going to use is a Laura Geller in the shade Gilded Honey. This highlighter, I just got it and it's pretty bomb. I saw it and I swatched it and I was like, yo, this highlight be poppin'. So I'm going to be putting it like right here. If you can see like kind of already that natural glow you have, it's usually along here. So we're just going to dab it to see the, you know, the intensity of it. And then from there you can just, oh god, that is glowing. And usually I like to take it up here. I don't know why, it gives it a more natural look, but it just, for me it does. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to use the one I used for concealer. And I'm going to be dabbing in that highlight. And just popping it right below the brow. And I'm going to be popping some of it in the inner corners. This is like my favorite spot to highlight. I don't know why, I feel like it puts a look completely together. Also here at the tip of my nose, this is also a make or break look. Then here at the upper lip, this is going to make it look more dewy and glowy. And down the bridge of your nose. When you're doing that, make sure you start like right in the center here and then work your way up and down, just to kind of give it that exclamation mark look, and it's gonna be cute. And then you don't have to put in such harsh contour shades when you're already doing this, because you can already see the contour pop out more like this with the highlight. And I'm going to be using the Ulta Contour Kit. It's super old, I need to get a new one. And I'm going to be going in with the shade Golden Bronzer, and I'm going to be using my Sephora brush. This one is actually a foundation brush, but I don't know, I like the shape of it for contouring. But yeah, I'm going to dab it into the Goddess Bronzer and just kind of tap it in first. Test the waters basically. Swipe it up, and then when you get closer to the inner part of your face, you can start swiping back and up. You never want to swipe down because it's going to make it look like you have a beard. So swipe up. Remember, imaginary 3, so 1. If you want to stay true to the look, I would recommend using a matte red lipstick. This one is really old. I don't really wear red lipstick, so I don't buy it, but I found this one. Now we're going to move on to the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow look is super easy. I can't express this enough. You're going to need a big buffing brush for this first part. I'm going to be using this palette, and I'm going to be using this light brown shade. And that's going to be my transition color. So you want to go in super lightly, maybe dust it off. Okay. I'm going to be using this dark brown shade that's in my Morphe palette. This palette is really loved, if you can't tell. So yeah, I'm going to be grabbing a smaller blending brush. And what we're going to do is a simple eye look, because since we do have a very bold lip, we don't want to do anything too crazy with the eyes. We want to keep it as simplistic as possible. We're going to go in with some concealer, and we're just going to dab it on first. So next, after I have all the concealer on, I'm going to be patting it with my fingers. So after that, I'm going to be using my Naked Basics palette, and I'm going to be going in with the color Venus. It's like this white color, very shimmery. Not shimmery, but yeah, shimmery. It doesn't have sparkles, but it's still very bright. And then we're going to be going with like a soft color from my Morphe palette. So I'm going to be going with a dark brown color. I think I'm going to be going in maybe this one. Let's try this one out. We're going to start it lightly at the outer corner here. Oh, I like this color. So yeah, we're going to keep it going. Start it at the outer edge. We're going to make it like a V shape here. So add some here and then go back in with the crease. So we're going to start off by, like I usually do, right here in the middle, kind of the outside, and work my way in. And we're going to move our way out, flick it in. So just trying to line it up as best as we can. And now we're going to apply fake eyelashes. These are the Ardell Faux Mink Lightweight Lashes. These have the Invisiband. And they look like this. They're very sparse and long. So hopefully they're my size. And next I'm going to be putting mascara on my bottom lashes. Well, this completes today's video. I hope you guys liked this Hollywood glam look. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if you have any questions. So that's it. Bye. I'll see you guys next time.